Hello and welcome back to Pharma Health Insights with Rajesh. This is episode 2 of our 21 CFR Explained series, where we are breaking down the key sections of this important regulation. If you haven't seen episode 1, I highly recommend starting there for an overview of what 21 CFR is all about. Today, we are diving into the general provisions, the foundational section that governs how the FDA enforces regulations and ensures transparency. These provisions apply to all products regulated by the FDA, from food and drugs to biologics and medical devices. The general provisions span parts 1 through 99 of 21 CFR and establish the rules of engagement between the FDA and regulated industries. Think of them as the groundwork that ensures the FDA operates consistently and fairly across all sectors. Here's why these provisions matter. They outline how the FDA takes action, from recalls to legal proceedings. They establish expectations for record keeping and reporting, and they provide guidelines for companies to self-correct issues, fostering a spirit of voluntary compliance. Let's break down some of the most important parts in this section. Part 1. General Enforcement Regulations. This part outlines the FDA's authority to enforce rules, such as issuing recalls, seizing products, or holding hearings. It's the FDA's playbook for responding to violations and protecting public health. Part 7. Enforcement Policy. Part 7 emphasizes voluntary compliance. It encourages companies to take proactive measures, such as issuing recalls, to address issues before the FDA takes formal enforcement action. Part 11. Electronic Records and Signatures. Perhaps the most famous section in the general provisions, Part 11 focuses on ensuring that electronic records and signatures are secure, reliable, and equivalent to paper records. This is especially critical for pharmaceutical companies using electronic systems for manufacturing and documentation. So, why are these provisions so important? Because they set the tone for compliance and enforcement. For example, Part 1 ensures there's a structured approach to enforcing rules. Part 7 builds trust by allowing companies to take responsibility for their actions, and Part 11 is indispensable for modern industries, enabling digital transformation while maintaining regulatory standards. Let me give you a practical example. In pharmaceutical manufacturing, companies often rely on electronic systems to manage records, such as batch production data. Under Part 11, these systems must be validated to ensure data integrity, security, and reliability. Without compliance, any discrepancies in electronic records could lead to FDA warnings, product recalls, or worse, a halt in production. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the general provisions. Mastering these foundational rules is essential for ensuring smooth operations, avoiding penalties, and maintaining consumer trust. That's it for episode 2. In the next episode, we'll move on to part 211, the CGMP regulations for drugs, a must-know for anyone involved in pharmaceutical manufacturing. We'll explore how these rules ensure the safety, efficacy, and quality of the medicines we rely on every day. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pharma Health Insights with Rajesh. Drop your questions or thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep learning.